So the numbers are 1 out of 11 people. For those of you who watch my videos, you will know by now that I'm very fascinated when it comes to statistics. And right now, I'm seeing the statistics up here that blow my mind, and I'm going to tell you what it is because it concerns you directly. The BKR has released their criminal report on migrants against 2024. They do that every year. According to this report, we are having 1.97 million people that are criminal suspects in 2024. And amongst these 1.9 million people, 697,000 of them are having immigration background. That implies, if you want to put it in percentage, 8.8% are having immigrant background, implying 91% of this population that were criminal suspects are having a German background. Okay, that is what it means. And then secondly, very interesting about the statistic is which are the areas in which the immigrants are committing their crimes. The areas that were named here were property destruction, like property destruction and forgery, immigrants and forgery. And then life, crime against life, okay, like buying of people, you had about 12%, also for property, about 12%. And then you come now to theft, about 12 point something percent also. But if you want to compare it to the German population, it's still a big margin, like a wide margin. And then thirdly, they come now to origins of these immigrants. Where are they mostly coming from? On top of the list were people from the Maghreb states. For those of you who don't know what Maghreb states are, they are mostly the countries in North Africa. Which are they? Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco on the list. And then Libya also joined them. And when it comes to Europe, you have now the people from Georgia were also somewhere around the list. So what is this telling you? Immediately a crime occurs. It's always like the immigrants are the highest crime committers. But if you want to compare it to this number, 1.27 million people to 697 people, we're talking about absolute numbers here. That is a very big, wide gap. Okay? There is no dispute about that. And also interesting to know is, if you want to compare the numbers of immigrants that were crime suspects in 2024 to 2023, there is a drop. Even though the migration numbers increase, but there is a drop. So, the takeaway of this video is, when you do this comparison, you will see that the criminal numbers, or at least the suspects, are dropping. Okay? And that is what should be everybody's goal, dropping the numbers. If we could keep forgery away and keep all this crime committing against life, against property, theft, the numbers will drop. Let's remember, when the government is making its immigration policies, they are drawing it from statistics. That's why I say, if you're sleeping on statistics, then you're sleeping on yourself. Statistics to be what is interesting you, because all the immigration politics are coming from statistics. And also, for people who always get pointed hands out, you now know how to respond back. I don't think I really need to tell you anything on that.